Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing good. This is Tutor Hira, and it's time for grade 5 to 8 intermediate writing class. Let's log into aplusstudents.com. Use your username and password, then open Language Arts. And under these grades, I have selected grade 7. Pick from grade 7. It is chapter 34, Inappropriate Shifts in Verb Tense. Inappropriate in verb tense. So, open grade 7, chapter number 34, Inappropriate Shifts in Verb Tense. There is just one lesson. So, let's and correct inappropriate shifts in verb tense. As the title suggests, inappropriate means not suitable shifts in verb tense. Well, when you write a text, you must take care of the tense of a verb, and should not make inappropriate shifts within a sentence or between a sentence, unless you need to uh, write about something or write about a time change. Okay. Well, welcome to the students who have just joined us. It's time for grade 5 to 8 intermediate writing class. So I have selected a topic from grade 7, but if you are in grade 5, it's okay. You can still learn it and you can improve your writing skill. Let's begin. The tense of a verb tells when the action takes place. So the tense of a verb tells when the action takes place. Do not shift tenses within or between sentences. Remember this. Do not shift tenses within or between sentences unless you need to reflect a time change. So, this is one condition. If you need to reflect a time change, then you can shift tenses within or between a sentence, but otherwise, you do not have to do this. Do not shift tenses within or between sentences because the tense of a verb tells when the action takes place. The first example is with a shift in tenses, but it is an appropriate shift in tense. Why? Because when you need to reflect a time change, you can shift. Grew up in Cleveland, but now she lives in Pittsburgh. Grew up, past tense. But now she lives in Pittsburgh, present tense. Well, in one sentence, within one sentence, the tense shifts. Sentence shifts to present to reflect a time change because this time change is required. It is to reflect time change. So it is appropriate shift. Otherwise, we do not shift tense within a sentence. This one is correct. Kathy grew up in Cleveland, but now she lives in Pittsburgh. So it is needed to reflect a time change. But let me tell you one more sentence. Rachel grabbed the microphone and speaks to the crowd. Well, if you use this past tense, he grabbed the microphone, and if you use this present tense, this is not correct. Here, there is no need to reflect a time change. So both verbs should be in the same tense. Rachel grabbed the microphone and spoke to the crowd. There is no need to reflect a time change. So both verbs should be in the same tense, means both verbs should be in the past tense. Grabbed, past tense, spoke, past tense. So this is the correct way. It's chapter 34, Inappropriate Shifts in Verb. So I hope you understand that the tense of a verb tells when the action takes place and do not shift tenses within or between sentences unless to reflect a time change. Okay. Does the following text have an inappropriate shift in verb tense? This is a question asked from you. Does the following text have an inappropriate shift in verb tense? If so, fix any verbs that don't match the tense of the verb in bold. If not, submit the text without making any changes. Let's read the text, then we'll decide if there is any appropriate shift in verb tense or not. In 1989, thousands of students in the People's Republic of China called for democratic reforms and blank in Tiananmen Square to protest the communist government's policies. Okay, let's look at the first verb used in this text. Thousands of students in the People's Republic of China called. Which verb is it? It's tense verb. If this one is past tense verbs, we must add another past tense verbs unless it reflects a time change. But if you read the sentence, I guess we don't need to reflect any time change. So we need to add another past tense verb, gathered or gather. Called for democratic reforms and gathered in Tiananmen Square. So past tense is gathered because regular past tense verbs end in ed. So we know it's past tense verb. This one is wrong, but because it is present tense, we cannot make an inappropriate shift in verb tense. So, first option. Somebody has answered option one. Yeah, Semi has option and has written option one, and one other student, I don't know your name, ST Blue. Hmm. You can tell your name. In the early 1900s, Frank Apperson popularized the popsicle after he blanked his idea for the frozen snack. Okay, patented. Let's look first verb used in this sentence. In this, popularized, because it means make popular, make something popular. Popularized ends in ed. It means it is past tense. So no appropriate shifts in verb tenses, so we require a verb which is another past tense verb. In the early 1900s, Frank Epperson popularized after he patented his idea for the frozen snack. Because the word patented ended in ed. Patents ends in s, it's present. We don't need any present tense verb because it will appropriate shift in verb tense. We require a past tense verb. This one is a past tense verb. So option 2 is correct. Yes, ST, your answer is correct. It's option 2. The black mamba, one of the world's deadliest snakes, lives in the rocky savanna of Africa and blank in color from gray to dark brown. The black mamba, one of the world's deadliest snakes, lives in the rocky savanna of Africa and blank in color from gray to dark brown. Which option is correct? First, varies, or the second, varied? Well, ST, you're asking option 1. Well, if you're asking, I can tell you, yes, it varies. Why? Because the first verb in the in the text is lives. The black mamba, one of the world's deadliest snakes, lives. It's present tense verb. So, according to this verb, and not to make any inappropriate shift in the verb tense, we need to find a verb which is in present tense, and varies is in present tense. So this is correct, option 1. Very good. Lives in the rocky savanna of Africa and varies in color from gray to dark brown. Okay, let's read this text. Although a ballet dancer's pointed shoes appear dainty and delicate, their rigid tips flank incredible support, allowing dancers to balance on the tips of their toes. Hmm. Provided a past tense verb, provide a present tense verb. Which one do you choose according to this text? Do not make inappropriate shifts in verb tense. Well, Prayan, look at the options. Patented is not the option. Provided or provide. Okay, so ST has come up with the option ST blue. Well, ST, your answer is correct. It's option two. Why it is option two, provide? Because it's a present tense verb. And look at the sentence. Although a ballet dancer's pointed shoes appear dainty. Appear is a present tense verb. So in the text, in this sentence, we require another present tense verb, provide. Their rigid tips provide incredible support. Okay, it's already done, so we are going to skip it. On April 18, 2009, the race car driver Mark Martin won the NASCAR race at the Phoenix International Speedway in Avondale, Arizona, and blank the first 50-year-old to win since 1993. Became or becomes. Became is the past tense, becomes is the present tense. Which one do you need to add? And do not make inappropriate shifts in verb tenses. Well, Prayan, I have skipped that one with varies because we already answered this one. It was repeated. So you can answer this new one. Guys, I'm waiting for your answers. Please put your chat on hold for some time and participate. So far, I have got one answer from ST Blue. I guess only he or she, I don't know about your gender, but only he is answering and I guess listening. So if you're here, I guess you're here to learn something. Okay, let's read the text again. That the race car driver Mark Martin won the NASCAR race. Won means pass at the Phoenix International Speedway in Avondale, Arizona, and Blank, the first 50-year-old to win since 1993, and became, because became is the past tense, becomes is the present tense. We cannot add present tense here. Okay, ST. Please mention your name as well. Okay. Annie, if you are listening, it's good to know, but you are not answering. Yes, it's answer one, option one, became, and became the first 50-year-old to win since 1993. Alexander presented his findings on penicillin, the first antibiotic, in 1929. Unfortunately, his discovery blank little interest at the time. Raises or raised? Well, Rebecca, if you were late, let me tell you, we are talking about inappropriate shifts. Inappropriate shifts in verb tenses. In one text, in one sentence, especially within one sentence, you must use the same tense. If past tense is used, use past tense if you have to repeat, use two verbs. But if in one sentence present tense is used, use present tense, unless you have to reflect a time change. Okay? So, if you look at this sentence, Alexander Fleming presented his findings. Presented is the past tense verb. He presented his findings on penicillin in the first antibiotic in 1929. Unfortunately, his discovery, blank, we need a verb here, his little interest at the time. So raises or raised. Raises is the present tense verb. You know, present tense verbs end in S, but raised is the past tense verb, and past tense verb end in ed. If one tense is say, a verb is in past tense, the other should also be in past tense. So raised. This is what we are talking about. Inappropriate shifts in verb tense. I hope you understand it, Rebecca. And Nanny, if it is not letting you type numbers, you can write the verbs, the correct verb. So yes, most have answered it's option two. It's option two, raised. Very good. The Russian Blue is a breed of domestic cat that blank a short silky coat similar in color to that of a seal. Now guess this one. Do you have to use has or had? Uh, yes, Nanny, your answer is correct. Option one, ST Blue, again, yes, has. Because Russian Blue is a breed of domestic cat. So you're talking about present tense. You don't need a past tense verb. That has a short silky coat similar in texture to that of a seal. So that has is correct. Option one. The photovoltaic cells in solar panels use energy from absorbed light to knock electrons in the cells loose electric fields in the cells, then blank the electrons in a particular direction, creating a flow of electricity. Directed or direct? Which verb is appropriate? Hmm. So most of you are saying option two. Yes, it is option two because the sentence uses first present tense verb use energy. So we have to use another present tense verb direct. This is present tense verb. It's correct. Blake poured the freshly made popcorn into a deep plastic bowl and blank some salt on top before claiming his spot on the couch. Sprinkled or sprinkles? Well, some of you are saying it's sprinkles. Hmm. Have you read the sentence and the first verb that is used? It is made. Blake poured the freshly made, poured, sorry. Wait, please. Blake poured the freshly made popcorn into a deep plastic bowl. Poured is a past tense. First, he poured the popcorn into a deep plastic bowl, and then he sprinkled. It's a past tense verb. This first one is also in past tense. The second one should also be in past tense because the sentence does not reflect a time change. So don't make changes in tense. Sprinkles is a present tense verb. It's incorrect. We cannot use it. So, and sprinkle some salt on top before claiming his spot on the couch. Before the party yesterday, Jill slathered thick, tangy Kansas City style sauce on the ribs and blanked them slowly in the oven. Hmm. So, most of you are saying it's option two, baked. Let's see. Okay. Before the party yesterday, Jill slathered. Yes. Slathered is a past tense verb. Slathered thick, tangy Kansas City style sauce on the ribs and baked them slowly in the oven. Good job. Good job. It's correct. The Beckers run a dairy farm and blank a soft, creamy goat cheese or chèvre from their goat's milk. Produced or produce. Guys, are you really following each other? I mean, just waiting for the one person to answer and then you answer the same thing. Are you even reading the text? And please stop spamming. Look at the sentence. The Beckers run a dairy farm. Run, present tense verb. And these two options, which one is present tense verb? Produced ending in ed, it's past. Can we use it? The Beckers run a dairy farm and produce a soft, creamy goat cheese or chèvre from their goat's milk. So you need to add a present tense verb here because the first verb is also in present tense. So option two is correct. In 1880, a series of deadly tornadoes ravaged Missouri. The town of Marshfield flanked the worst losses. Suffered, suffers. Hofam, if I'm not pronouncing your name wrong. Your answer is correct. ST Blue, yes, option one. Suffered, because the first verb ravaged is in past tense, so we need a past tense verb. Suffered, it's correct. Okay, we have already solved this one, so we will skip. In 1960, two sisters, Theresa and Mary Thompson, invented a solar teepee for a science fair project, and blank it a wigwam playing off the Algonquin term for dwelling wigwam. Name or named? Good. It's option two, named, because the first verb is invented. It's past tense, so we require another past tense verb, named. A car dealership generally discounts the previous year's models when the new automobiles blank on the showroom floor. Rebecca is saying option one. Okay, Ashik Asha, you're saying option two. Hofam is saying option one. Okay, look at the verb, the first verb, discounts. Discounts, the verb ending in S is present tense verb. So, when the new automobiles arrive, this is another present tense verb. Present tense verb usually end in S or they remain the same. They do not end in S. This one is past. It is wrong. We need a present tense verb. Option one. While members of the Lycaenidae family of butterflies range in color from blue to red to orange, all members blank a reflective, iridescent sheen to their wings. Have or had? You are quick, Priyan. Priyan's answer is correct. It is have. Option two. And Semi also said option two. Yes. Because the range is the present tense verb. So we require another present tense verb. And see, they range from, on all members have a reflective, iridescent sheen to their wings. I am skipping the which we have already solved. Although most people usually associate penguins with Antarctica, Many penguins actually blank along the coasts of Africa, Australia, and South America. Guys, please stop spamming. Yes, Priyan, your answer is correct. Live, option one, is correct. We need to add a present tense verb which goes with the other verb of the sentence. Live. The Myers run a dairy farm and we already did it. Well, guys, I'm skipping these because we have already solved them. So I guess we don't have any more. Yes. Okay, guys. The test is complete today, and I hope you understand the topic. I know. I hope you know how to identify and correct inappropriate shifts in verb tense. So this is it for today. I'm going to end the class here. I'll see you again next time. Till then, have a great day.